I'm just so tired of all these boring iPhone cases. Oh my gosh! Now this is definitely not boring.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Hey glitter critters, it's Breland here. First of all, I wanted to start out by saying thank you so much. We made it over 2 million glitter critters. Thank you and virtual hug. In this video today, I am gonna be showing you how to make the biggest iPhone case I have ever seen in my entire life. I realize this is not a practical DIY. I realize you can't actually use this iPhone case. And I think I've realized everything. So let me know in the comments, what should I supersize or life size? Not supersize, not just like a giant thing. I mean like life size, like the size of my body life size. What should I life size next? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to know your opinion. Remember to subscribe by clicking that red button right below this video so you'll never miss another video like this one. I always say video. I don't know why. I guess I'm just a lazy talker. Ew, what is that?
It's a pumpkin giving birth to a little pumpkin.
This is definitely a lot more disturbing than my videos. Let's get started. Making this massive mammoth of an iPhone case was filled with tricky situations, and that's why I had my right-hand man help me with this project, David. Plus, I'm a huge klutz and I always tend to hurt myself with any construction-like project. So to start off, we used an actual iPhone case to base this off of. Duh, what else would I base it off of? And we measured this giant piece of styrofoam that you can get at your local hardware store. I think we paid like $10 for it. It's about 10 feet wide. And David used his razor knife to score the large rectangle phone case piece, and after cutting it or scoring it, we bent it and broke it off. Next, for the sides of the case, David measured and cut 2.5-inch pieces. These are the parts that would actually hold the hypothetical phone in place if you were to put the phone in, you know, like the side pieces of the phone case. Going back to the main portion of the case, we used a roll of duct tape to trace the perfect camera hole because you know what? You gotta be able to see through the camera hole when you take photos with your life-size cell phone too, right? That tutorial's coming soon. Just kidding, not really. Maybe, I don't know. We used my mom's old 1980s wood burner to easily remove the camera hole, and this stuff stank so bad, y'all. I do not recommend doing this indoors or in a non-ventilated area. Beware, kids. Next, we used spray glue to attach the sides of the phone, and just as any typical man would normally do, David duct taped this poor little phone case, or should I say big phone case, like you would not believe. He duct taped the sides, the corners, everything, so this way it would stay in place overnight when we let it dry. To give this case that really smooth texture, I'm using this pink spackle here, and this is a non-toxic spackle. It also is easy to sand. It is sandable and it's paintable, and it does turn white after it dries. So I smoothed the spackle all over the top of the phone case and we let it dry overnight. The next day I grabbed some fine-grained sandpaper and started sanding my little heart out. I try to get it as smooth as I possibly can, but unfortunately later on I found out it wasn't exactly the best sanding job, but what can you do? Trial and error, right? Now that I have sanded it the best that I possibly could, David painted it for me. We decided to go with this really pretty baby blue color. I love this color, plus, you know, I didn't have to go out and buy more baby blue spray paint because I already had this from my previous EOS tutorials. And then I also decided to put some stripes on it. Going into this tutorial, I didn't initially say, hey, I want to make a giant Kate Spade phone case. It kind of just came to me during the process of making this giant phone case. So after the blue paint dried, we just taped it off to where we could paint on some metallic gold stripes as well as some spray-on glitter. I also put some cosmetic gold glitter on it because the spray-on wasn't as glitterful as I would like for it to be. And this part's kind of worrisome because you're always hoping that when you take that tape off, it's gonna be perfect, like the stripes are gonna be straight. So here we go, we're done. Yay! They came out perfectly. Look at this. It couldn't be any more beautiful and glitterful. So now for the letters. Because I don't have any of that clear sticker paper, we had to print it out on some thick cardboard paper and cut out each individual letter. Now this is an option, but it takes a lot longer, and we just spray painted the letters black on the white pieces that we weren't able to cut off. This is definitely a lot cheaper if you don't have the money to spend on those really expensive sticker papers. So we laid them out to decide where we wanted the letters to be and used spray adhesive to stick them on. All in all, I'd have to say we only spent about $35 on this entire project, and in the end I got this really cool room decoration. Obviously you can't use this on your real iPhone, but it's a lot of fun to show to all of your friends. So let me know in the comments, what would you like for me to life size or super size next? I definitely want to know. Don't forget to subscribe to become an official glitter critter. Thank you guys again for 2 million glitter critters. And yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. I thank you for watching and have a glitterful day. I love you. Bye!